Oh man, that looks really bright now. Anyway, some extra light in here. Camera might adjust a bit. No, that looks really bright. Unfortunately, looking at the LCD from this angle makes it look really bright too. Anyway, the screen's mostly white, so I was going to show you the kind of things you need to set up on WinUAE first time you use it, but you probably can't see the screen, so what does that say? These are called Mega Cunt Food 1 and 2. These configurations you can save. Definitely save configurations. If you've got a game that doesn't work on the standard settings, for God's sake, save the configuration so you can play that game again without having to do a puzzle of why it doesn't work. But basically you want to set things as standard A500, cycle exact over here you want, full emulation of, and 100% accurate on both those settings. Obviously NTSC if you really are playing the American version of a game. Then you've got to select your kickstart ROM. Version 1.3 will cover most games. Older games you might need 1.2. Stick with 512K chip RAM and no extra memory to start with. And most games support only one, but try it with 2 external disk drives, and then it's simply a matter of loading the file in. Here you go, you select your file, ADF file, and off you go, and then you just get to game ports. So you've got to be able to select the USB gamepad, which should just come up as a menu. Port 0 is a mouse, that's fine. That's usually how most games are written. The 2-player games will use port 0, which is where the mouse usually goes. Sound is fine, so you just want to sort out the display. I'd go with 640 by 512 myself. 720 by 568 is a full overscan, but very few games used overscan, so yeah, these are just little things you can, if it doesn't work now, so centering, you can do horizontal centering, that's fine. The default stuff should be fine there. Full screen, I'd go full screen 640 by 480 myself. That's just to prevent any actual like funny scaling going on. And we should be good to start now. Now the game I've loaded is actually a microdeal game. Hang on, you've got to do the Alt-Tab business to get the mouse control back. Doesn't appear to be working at the moment. It's just a shit crack trope. Shit because it takes ages to start, so sound is sounding really good. Better than the real Amiga 500 anyway. Yeah, the audio file quality of the Amiga 500 is it's about the same as an Amstrad MIDI hi-fi from the 80s. Yeah. There you go, left mouse button. See, that's just rude, that is, if you ask me. But I actually had this game when Microdeal was selling loads of games for £5. and you could see that they'd simply copied over old games that weren't selling with ones that were selling at this £5 price. And basically, this was on the ST as well. It was a really early football game, and it kind of had the same viewpoint as international soccer on the C64. So of course, because it's the first time I've actually played this, I don't actually know now if the USB gamepad is working. That appeared to be working. Ah, you just have to fucking wait then. Okay, this looks good, let's go. How do we start the game? Let's have a... Alright. The button it's chosen is actually the X button, which is the top of the 4 buttons. Don't want any wind. How do you actually start the game then? Muddy pitch. Don't know how you start the game. How do you start the fucking game then? Yeah, so you can change your colours and all that. Go with blue, personally. How do you start the fucking game? This is really annoying game. I thought that was start, but that's just to set the wind. And these are just change various things. Make sure none of the other buttons do anything, no. Fucking I changed all the colours. Right, space starts. Would have liked to turn the music off myself. Oh man, how'd you fucking start the game? Yes, I'm pressing the button manically on the keyboard. I cannot get it to... I know what the fire button is. For some reason it's not starting the game. Press enter. Mouse buttons do nothing. Emulated mouse buttons. Can't move the ball around. That's disappointing. See, this is the downside of emulation. If I had the real game in front of me, I'd be playing it on one of my Amiga 1000s. I don't know what's going on here. I've actually just paused something. F1 is paused. Or is it a reset? So the F keys are doing something. Here we go. We're actually going to get to play a game now. So yeah, like I said, you know, you need the instructions. If you can find the instructions for the games, it's a good idea. Who's playing? I'm not playing any of the characters. Yeah, see, I need the instructions for this game. That's a shame. F12 will get you out of the emulation and into the screen. Let's try something that's been, you know, designed a bit more sensibly, not necessarily by sensible software. There we go, Chaos Engine, disc 1. I don't think Chaos Engine supports 2 disk drives, but we give it a go. There we go, and just reset the Amiga and off it'll go. I used to have a really nice Sony external disk drive. See, adding the extra memory is easy enough. Just go back to the menu, click the RAM, and click 512K. And reset. Don't restart, reset, because you're resetting the emulated Amiga. The music on level 1 or world 1 on this game is fantastic. The music on it is good in general, but on that it's just like wolf nightclub quality, mate. If you played that at a nightclub, especially with a good quality sound output Amiga motherboard, I don't know which is the best. 3000, 4000, I'm not sure which has the best quality output technically. They all have the same for, you know, digital to analog conversion. So this is the first time I'm actually running WinUAE on this particular laptop, which I bought for 32 quid. Because I actually bought 2 of them, come to 70 something with the postage. Yeah, I might do some sort of even more sound improvement there. Maybe that is an emulated issue. Oh, you want the audio filter always off. Always try that first. Like I said, this is the first time I'm running this, so I don't know. I think I usually select anti. Oh, and we've got the fucking TV set to just one of the 2 stereo channels as well. You knob, Mad Commodore. You're damn right there, mate. So let's just go back here. That's better. Yeah, you don't really want the Amiga filter. This is fucking rubbish. Doesn't do anything useful at all. So yeah, you know, teething troubles, setup, it has to be done. But once it is done, and it's, you know, it's quite a short thing. Yeah, It's not really frustrating as such. Not on Amiga, C64, Mega Drive and SNES emulators that I've got. They're quite good. But yeah, I was saying I had a really nice Sony external disk drive for my Amiga, and it had a track display on it. It was two numerical digits and a little full stop, I believe, which meant something. I can't remember what. So it looked like two massive calculated digits and they were red. Never seen one of those for sale. The drive stopped working on that about 20 years ago. I don't know what this is doing at the moment. See, this is another thing about using cracked discs on the Amiga, and they pretty much all are cracked discs. Things like this are going to happen. This is just too long for it to be, Nah, see, you're going to have to try multiple bloody files and all that. It does happen. Then there's the whole issue of you haven't got the box. On the box it might say in massive letters, needs 1 megabyte chip RAM, although I'm sure I played Chaos Engine on my Amiga 1000, so I definitely only had 512k chip RAM. I suppose maybe it didn't ask for another disk. Well, let's take that out of the equation as well. Single floppy drive. Floppy drive takes a few K away from max RAM as well. So some games do not work if you have that. But yeah, see, I didn't really test out the games. They should work though. I'm sure I've done a video of this game, so I've not used this joypad before, so I could set it back to keyboard, and then once I've got the games working that I've tested, then I can use the joypad. But I think the joypad works with WinUAE 2140, I think this is. So yeah, I'm pressing the fire button that I know is registering with WinUAE. I don't know if it emulates two fire buttons or not with this joypad. I'm sure the emulator does, because it uses, I think it uses an Alt key and what's the other key? I think it's left control and left Alt. So yeah, got this far before. Now we just went to a black screen. I'm not doing disk loading any faster than it would do on a real Amiga. That can cause you issues with emulation as well. So that's not the joypad's fault or the game programmer's fault. It's really just you trying to basically load the game too quickly, because you can load the games really quickly by setting the disk drive to 800% speed or turbo mode. Yeah, I want Chaos Engine 2, yeah. Yeah, you set it here, floppy drive emulation speed, which I've got set to 100. This is just to make sure the game is going to load, because some games really do need that, the actual 100% accurate speed. So it's supposed to make it do something, and then the track display's gone up by 1. You can have disk drive sounds if you want, they can be useful. We haven't got a single Amiga game to work yet. The pressure, I don't think it's anything to do with the joypad at the moment. I think I probably would have loaded a trained version, so I'm guessing this supports 2 disk drives, and that is not the issue. Yep. Nothing's working actually. So it has actually crashed at the moment. And if you used it on a 1 meg Amiga, I think it'd just work anyway. Like the cracked disk, I'm talking real hardware now, so you basically have to find a version that works before you can actually start messing about with the joypads. I don't want that small, but I need it large enough so I can actually see the full file name. I've never heard of these. It's the same Fairlight crack. Let's try that then. And let's reset the machine. And we'll have a second disk drive. But no, we won't have a second disk drive. Obviously it detects it, but I need to know when it's asking for a disk. So I reset the emulation and off we go. So let's hope this one works, because I'd like to play some Amiga games. So yeah, this is what I was saying, if you're happy with the emulator. Some people aren't happy with WinUAE. And it should have been copied over with the configs, but I think because I had WinUAE version 1.450, I think that's how that, or is it 14.5? An older version than this. I used to use the settings from there. So I actually had the directory entries pointing there. So they're not going to work. So that's a bit of a cock up on my part. Right, if this doesn't load, I'm actually going to turn the camera off and see if I can get something to work, just to try out the joypad and the emulator, obviously, on this sort of cheap hardware. It's not a bad laptop. It's absolutely fine for like wirelessly surfing, you know, on eBay, YouTube. Let's insert disk 2. So you press F12, select the floppy drives tab if you haven't already done so. Now we're on disk 2 of 2. But we haven't got disk 2 of that crack, which is a bit of a problem actually. I don't know which one I would have tried. I mean, we were trying the other disk 2 and it wasn't liking it. See, really once you find versions of the discs that work for you, because obviously some of them have issues, not actually doing anything at the moment. Yeah, see? So now you should go back and delete the one that definitely didn't work. Yeah, one player, thank you. Start new game. I can't remember what the key is. I think it's, is it Alt and F11 for full screen? Or Alt and F, yeah, there we go. Yeah. That's me, that is. I look exactly like that. If I buy those £5 steampunk sunglasses from eBay, and I buy a coat like that, and I do that pose, and then digitize that picture, and then turn it into 8 scale orange and 8 scale turquoisey green kind of picture, it's gonna look the same, pixel perfect, because that's what I look like. Yeah, anyway, I always pick it because of that reason now. That's a CPU opponent. So I have the baldies, yeah, so I'm only picking the bald one. He looks quite intelligent. I think his glasses make him look, I look like a knob with those glasses, yeah, good. It's telling me it's loading. I can't really say if it isn't loading or not. It's a good sign. Yes, yes, here we go. Can't remember how to play this game now. Yeah, this music I love, but I can't turn it up obviously. Yeah, maybe the scrolling is, yeah, maybe you need a faster laptop to have really smooth scrolling. But then you do seem to get slowed down in the game engine anyway. So I need to have the screen completely empty. Oh crap. I thought there was a trainer on this shit. I didn't see any train option. I'm sure there were. Yeah, he doesn't actually do bugger all. Nothing.